Yes! God in our society. But I thank God for His mercy and grace is still there. How many understand that? How many thank God right now? Even though Israel had already had the victory to occupy the settlement lands of Golden Heights, they've had it since 1967. And just to be recognized over again for accomplishment that had already succeeded. That we don't know when the next war will begin. See, y'all know that's fine. I said, you're not here forever. Touch your lips and say, you're not here forever. Your children is not here with you forever. Your family is not here with you forever. You're not here forever. But when we come into the presence of God, America is kept from a lot of wars here because of the prayers of the righteous. Touch your lips and say the prayers of the righteous. That was before me. That was before my mother. That was before my mom. The prayers of the righteous. And when they get on the scene, they become righteous. Prayers of them. Prayers of life. Prayers of you. God keeps this country from going into war here. Touch your neighbor and say, I thank God. God don't ask much of us. But when those give Him what He wants, the sweet smell of aroma goes into His nostrils. And He honors. Oh, thank God. I thank God for y'all that don't kind of robbery to give God what is due Him because you're keeping this country. Come on, give God a hallelujah. Look at your neighbor and say, your praise is doing something. Your worship is doing something. Even when you don't think it is. That's why it's so important to worship in the beauty of holiness in His presence. Because in His presence, anything that is aligned to come against this country or come against your family or getting ready to set a trap for you tomorrow and next second, you give in your worship, protects it all. Oh, come on, give. Y'all understand. Touch your neighbor and say, worship is protecting me. That's it. My worship is protecting me. That's it. Touch your neighbor and say, my worship is protecting me. Worship. My worship is protecting me. Because He says, I dwell in the praises of my people. And when God dwells, that answer that goes before you and even after that. But He says, I can't do anything because my baby is here. Why do you think He didn't do anything with Sodom and Gomorrah? God could burn Sodom and Gomorrah. You understand that? But because of Abraham and not because of Lot. But because Lot was connected to Abraham. Touch your neighbor, who you connected to. Because Lot was connected to Abraham by being brothers. And Abraham offered the first sacrifice unto God without being told. He didn't just cut up a lamb. He didn't just cut up a goat. He began to worship. He began to submit to God. And in submitting to God, he began to acknowledge, God, you are God. You are Lord. You are Savior. You are King. You are my everything. And he began to just worship. And he didn't worship for 5 minutes. He didn't worship for 2 minutes. He didn't worship for an hour. He could have been there for hours. Because that's how they worship God back in the Bible. It was around me worship, praise. I forget about everybody, and I'm going in to touch God because I need Him to not only do something for me, I just need Him to know that I appreciate you because you didn't have to do what you do for me. Come on, I understand that. You didn't have to do what you do for me, God. So, because he was connected to Abraham, and Abraham began to offer up the sacrifice to God. God began to get Abraham up, and he began to hear from the messenger that your brother your brother might be in trouble. God is getting ready to destroy Sodom and Gomorrah. God let the angel let him know, I'm getting ready to destroy. So he rushed to Sodom and Gomorrah. He said, God, shall you destroy all those people that go to church? Let me break it down for you. Abraham said, are you going to destroy the just along with those that are sinners? What will people say, God? We get to talk to God. What will people say? What would they think? And God says, if you can find me 100, I'll save the city. He was thinking of his brother and his family. Well, God, there ain't no 100. It's a shame when you go to a city and everybody holding up hands, but yet they're not where God wants them to be. Sodom and Gomorrah had some priests there. They had some people that was going to church, but they wasn't living holy. They wasn't giving God all that belonged to them. They wasn't doing and being obedient to God's word, to God's will. They was going with the in crowd. They was going with whatever they thought that God might be pleased. And God, you don't need all of that. You don't need all of this. But touch your neighbor and say, God need all that you have because He's giving it to you. He's giving it to you. Yeah, He needs your money because He gave you a job. He needs your money. That's His. Oh, come on, bring the word of God. He said, yes. I need your hands because I'm the one that created your hands to clap. I need them. I don't need them just to clap, but I need them to fix, to build on my house. I need them. Touch your neighbor to God. I need everything I need. God don't need some of things. God needs everything. God needs it all. I'm talking about the bigger one, baby. I'm sorry. The bigger one. Yeah. God needs it all. Somebody shout, God needs it all. Y'all Ezekiel 14. Somebody go to Ezekiel 14 right quick. I need it all. So when it looked like that, Abraham, Ezekiel 14. Well, you don't know. Well, God was moving in the office back there, but we was on that, and He was moving. Come on, give God praise. We're not going to go to Abraham, so you'll know. 14 and 11. But He says, I need all that you have. I need it all. Folks don't like this kind of message because we want to tend to think that it's all right. But God let me know, Jennifer, it's not all right. You want to think that, okay, God, you don't need everything. You don't need all this. But God has feelings. How can you understand God has feelings? Yes. So He told Abraham, said, Abraham, find me 50. Abraham couldn't even find 50 kids that really had a love of God, that really submitted to God, that really gave God their all, despite of, that really worshiped Him in spirit and in truth, that really shedded off those things that they needed to shed off. And that's because if I'm gonna do the things God wants me to do, and I'm gonna walk in the ways of God, I got to very well learn the ways of God. How do you understand that? Yes. And in learning the ways of God, it takes that I got to forget about me. Come on. and just think about God, what you want. Is that all right? And this is a harsh word, but it's a word that God given and says, I want us to evaluate. Touch your neighbor and say, I want us to evaluate. Those that have gotten in God's presence, they'll continue to evaluate. Like myself, I get into God's presence. I get before God. I love getting before God. Because I know God enjoy. He enjoy movement. He enjoy us worshiping. He enjoy you singing to him. You say, well, I don't got a voice. I can't sing. God don't care. He just said, make a joyful noise. So your joyful noise might not be joyful to somebody else, but it's joyful to him. Come on, amen. Touch your neighbor and say amen. Don't touch your neighbor. Just say amen. Amen. I have you touching other people in a minute. But so make a joyful noise unto the Lord. And see, what we don't understand is that when we worship God and when we praise God and we give him our all in the singing, our all in worship, our all in praise, God protects everything that goes on. God keeps us in every area of our life. God acknowledges us. So when Abraham began to look, and he said, well, why are we in Ezekiel? Don't worry. God will give it to him. I'm just giving you, I'm just setting this up. God began to tell Abraham, if you find 50 that is holy, 50 righteous, and own the city, he says, I'll save it. And Abraham went, and he was trying to find them. It wasn't the prayer of Lot that he saved Sodom and Gomorrah. Come on, because God didn't save it. He didn't hear Lot. He heard who? Somebody shout Abraham. Because he was righteous. Lot still was in the midst of trying to figure out, what do I really want to do? Lot was really, he was a man that loved God, but still didn't know the ways of God. Didn't really know, God, how to, to really totally submit until there's times of, where I'm forced to. How do you understand that forced submission? When you're forced to submit. And here it is, nothing else will help you but you just force. And a lot of times we are forced to do things when things happen in our life that pushes us toward God. But look at your neighbor and say, I don't want to be forced. Come on, I just want to worship him. So Lot, he loved God, but still had areas of growing. But Abraham, he arrived at his growth, his maturity, through understanding who God is and who he was. Through what? Submission. How? I submit to everything God says. If God says praise him, touch your neighbor and say you should praise him. If God said read more of your word, then you should what? God said witness, you should what? Witness. Come on. If God said give up $100, you should what? Give up $100. In spite of if you got $100, give it up. Look at your neighbor and say give it up. Give it up. Because that's a part of what? Knowing him. Touch your neighbor and say part of knowing him. Woo! So in that, Lot, he was just doing his regular duties. Come on, he was just going with the flow. But Abraham, God began to talk with Abraham, not Lot. So Abraham had an ear to who? Yeah. Come on. Now, I don't know what Lot could have been, Tanya, but Abraham, God had to commune with it because Lot was doing too much. It was too loud in his ear. And what I mean, sometimes in our life we can have too much going on and not adhering to God. That's right. Touch your neighbor and say it's time to. Don't touch, just say it's time to hear more. Amen. But in order for me to get there, I have to get to a place to submit to him. Not to submit to what I want to submit to. Come on. And what submit means is give up. Is that all right? I don't want to give up what I want, but what God tells me. Because when you choose what you want, then you're telling God you're not in control. In other words, I just want to do what I want to do. But when you get out of doing what you want to do and just start submitting totally to him in every way. That means if my favorite show is on, if my favorite show is on, and I feel a need to pray, I'm not going to override that. But I'm going to what? Pray. And it could be right in the middle of a good action, and I don't got rewind or I don't have record. And I know it might not come on no more. But God, I feel it in my spirit. I need to pray. I need to get in my word. Come on. Right then and there. God challenging you. Look at your neighbor and say, God challenges us.
God challenges us.
God don't want you to just read your Bible early in the morning. But even when you are doing something that you love so much, come on, he'll come and challenge you. Just a voice or just a feeling. Come on. Look at your neighbor and say, sometimes it's just a feeling. I feel like I need to go pray. I feel like I need to go read my word. But it's right there at that point. No, it's getting good. Pray I'll pray afterward. And God said, no, I want you to pray now. But I'm getting ready to find out if he really killed his brother. Y'all know them episodes. Them episodes get good, especially when you go to them stories. Y'all know y'all like One Life to Live and Bold and the Beautiful. Come on. Scandal. Most of scandals, boy, you got some bad scandals in this Bible. If you want to talk about scandal, don't love scandal, baby, get in the word. You got some scandal in this word. How many understand that? Man, especially when you start reading about David and Bathsheba. Somebody shout scandal. Scandal. But we want to look at scandal, but you can read about it all day long. David and Bathsheba. You can read about David's sons and how they tried to maneuver and get the kingship from one another. Come on. Scandals all through the Bible. But we said, well, God, I don't want that kind of scandal. I want the scandal of that girl and that so-called president. Come on. Blacklist. Well, I want to see what Blacklist is doing. But God's saying, look, I want you to pray. I want you to get before me. But we'll override things. And this is why we're in Ezekiel, the 14th chapter. Lot didn't have an ear to hear God. So it could be a feeling. He could be a voice in your ear. Right now, look at your neighbor and say, God is talking to you right now. Do you hear him? We want that personal relationship. But it comes with submission. We want that personal relationship. It comes with giving up things. There's nothing more that God wants from you than your behavior to change. But it comes with a sacrifice. It comes with a sacrifice of your attitude toward him. We want to give God what we want to give him, but we want to give him what he really wants from us. Give him what we want to give him, but we don't want to give him what he really wants from us. But he keeps us every day and every hour, every minute. Right now, I continue to pray, Lord, don't let no law pass before it's time. Don't let no war be executed or start before it's time. Until the Christians get prepared in their minds and say, for God I live, for God I die. Because if you Christians are not prepared, God will do just like life. And just like Sodom and Gomorrah, there was a lot of people that said it was Christian. A lot of people that went to church. A lot of people that hungered for God. But they didn't arrive. And what happened? Can you find me 50, Abraham? Can you find me, what, he went down to 25 or 40 or 30? And still couldn't find nobody. And that's why when you go into the New Testament, he says only 8 souls was what? Saved. That's 8 souls was Noah. That's Noah. I'm sorry, I got only Lot and his family was what? Saved. Still, just like Noah, only 8 was saved. And Lot's wife, she looked back because she thought she had something in the back of her that she needed, like a lot of us. We think we need a lot of different things when we really don't. We need God. We're looking for things in the back to help us. And God said, it's not in the back of you. It's in the front of you. Is that all right? Come on. We look for things to substitute prayer. We look for things to substitute get before God. We look for things to substitute everything else. And God said, you still not even trusting me. Woo! Look at your neighbor and say, trust him more. So let's go to Ezekiel right quick. You got Ezekiel the 14th chapter. So when we look at Ezekiel the 14th chapter, and as God began to let Lot and his family know, or let us know, that because of Abraham worship, he protected his brother from being a part of the fire of judgment being called on Sodom and Gomorrah. It was nothing that Lot did, but it was the worship. It was the praise that Abraham gave God that protected. So it's whoever I'm hanging with. If I'm hanging with my wife and she has a worship and a praise and I'm not there yet, ooh, touch your lips and say, I'm glad because we're protected. If my husband has it and the wife don't, God, I'm glad because we're protected. Now that don't mean that God still ain't gonna nudge you. That don't mean that you're gonna escape some things. Come on, somebody, because everybody still have a personal relationship with God that they gotta stand before judgment and give an account of every idle word said in this life. How many understand that? So that means that when I die, is that I can't depend on my wife, or I can't depend on my husband, I can't depend on my brother, I can't depend on my sister to talk for me with God. Because there ain't going to be no talking, number one. It's just going to be judging. So I can't say, well, this, God, the reason why I didn't praise you because the music was too slow. Judgment. Look at your neighbor and say, it's coming soon. So God said, Jennifer, I want you to go over, I'm giving you this because my people don't understand what actually is getting ready to happen. We're in Revelation 18, going into Revelation 18 chapter. And here it is that those things that's supposed to come to pass, that came to pass just like in Sodom and Gomorrah. But because he was connected to Abraham, God protected his family. And they didn't get destroyed in the fire. God was able to warn him and let him know, get out before it's too late. Are you listening, church? Are you listening? Are you only listening to what you want to get from God? Or are you listening to God saying, I'm warning you. I'm letting you know things are getting ready to happen. Are you preparing your salvation? Are you preparing your hearts toward me? Are you still in your little, way of saying that, I really don't care. It really don't matter. God, you really don't need all of this. You don't need all of that. Or are you taking this home and you're applying it to your life and say, let me get more word. Let me get this word for myself. Not turn to another TV channel and say, well, let me hear more preaching. God, I don't need to hear more preaching. I need to get into the word. Come on, give God a hallelujah. I need to spend time with God. In order for me to grow, I've got to get time with God. In order for me to change and stay changed, I got to spend time with God. So that means I got to spend more time with him than I do my television. I got to spend time with him than I love playing my game. I got to spend time with him more than I want to be on Facebook. I need to spend more time with him more than I'm going shopping. I need to spend time with him more. Look at your lips and say, are you getting what God is saying? Say, I don't like this. That's why I don't say it. I don't like this. But touch your lips and say it's good for you. Because God said there's things that are getting ready to happen in our society. And God said it ain't the devil. It's me. Woo! It ain't just things that's going on. This is me. Because I'm over the government. I'm over the president. I'm over the society. I'm over the food banks. I'm over the medical department. I'm over everything. But you put more emphasis on everything else other than you putting it So therefore, I become an idol worshiper and don't even know it. Because what? I'm worshiping things. I'm putting other things before God, and it become an idol. Ooh, look at your neighbor and say, don't let it become an idol. Because why are you trying to get in your prayer closet? And you saying, okay, God, I'm hoping that you hear me. And I'm thinking that God said, I can't hear you for what's seen in your heart. I can't hear you for what's I see you doing, for what's in your heart. I see that you want to do other things other than give me your total attention. I see you want to do other things other than give me total praise. I see you want to do other things other, oh my God. How many understand this? So I got to learn if I'm going to be more like him, if I'm going to make it to heaven, I got to spend more time and learn where to put that time. And then keep that time with him until God called me home. So that means I'm going to have to love to spend time with God and put everything else in perspective. Now, do God don't want you not to have fun? Yeah, he wants you to have fun. Did he not want you to go to baseball games? Yes, he wants you to go to baseball games. But when baseball games come more your priority than God. When basketball comes more priority than God. When your job becomes more priority than God. That's Say it again. Look at he say. He is too beautiful. When it's too cute. And just like every time I say a certain thing, the babies get a hold of it and say, or praise the Lord. You know what I'm saying? So God wants us to understand, not that he don't want us to have fun, not that he don't want us to have nice things, not that he don't want us to do those things, but when we start repositioning God, look at your neighbor and say, don't reposition him. Give him his time so you don't form idols. Because you can form them and don't even know. How many understand that? You'll go through your day all day, and next thing you know, you just read a verse. And God ain't in none of it. And here it is, you forgot the verse that you read because you just said, well, I'm just going to read it. And it don't really mean nothing to you. And then you go do something else all day long, and don't even speak, God, I thank you. God, I glorify you in your heart. God, I appreciate you. Just appreciating God through the day. How many understand it's building your relationship where that I can come closer to him? How many understand that? So God said, look, this is what happened when it comes to idolaters. Here's Judah in Jerusalem, who he chosen. Look at your neighbor and say, he chose you. Young and old, he chose you. No matter how old you are, when he filled you with the Holy Spirit, when he brings you into his presence, like that song said, come into his presence. You can't just walk into the presence of God. But when he brings you and he carries you into his presence, that means he fills your heart and your mind and your thoughts. And you just there in his presence. That means God says, I pulled you because nothing else matters. Everything else is not even there. It's invisible. Just me and you. Because I want to talk with you. I want to live in you. I want to grow you. I want to move through you or in you. I want to take away that anger. I want to take away that unforgiveness. I want to take away that pain. I want to give you my joy. I want to give you my love. I want to give you my peace. But in order for me to do that, you got to forget everything else around you and allow me to draw you into my presence. Woo, my God. And how he draws us in is when I forget. When I get everything out of my mind. When I lose myself. And when I just begin to worship him and praise him. And God said, that's where I want you at. That's where I want you to be. Because in that I am. And where I am, I will be. And where I will be, I will work on your behalf. Woo! Look at your neighbor and say, he's working. He's working. So he said this to Israel. said in the 11th verse, the 12th verse. Let's go in the 11th or 12th verse. Because God was letting them know. Well, let's go, I tell you what, let's go to the first verse to the 3rd verse. And this is a harsh word, but skip this word as not being harsh. Look at this word that says, he says, breath of life, I adore you. I love you. I love your worship. I'm pleased with your worship. But remember, there's some that are still have idols. And the ones that are worshiping that God loves, he says, I love your worship. But remember, there's things that can come in that you can worship more than me. And I'm warning you, don't do it. Keep your eyes open. As Don said this morning, the devil didn't want him to come to church. And he said, I might as well get up early and go early. Because you're not keeping me from church. I'm going to get up and go early. Come on, because the devil is trying to keep you from it. He said, you don't want me to go to church. I'm going to get up and go early, God. I got to get before you. I got to run for my life. Oh, give God a hallelujah. Hallelujah. So God said, look out for these things. He said, because I see you. And I know you. I look at the heart. He looks at the heart. God don't just hear what we say. He hears what we don't say. That's right. How do you understand that? He don't just see us. He sees what we don't realize he sees. So he said, then came certain of the elders of Israel unto me and sat before me. God said they sat before him. He said, how much I love Jerusalem. How much I love Judah. But now they done lost the way. They done came into some areas where they're letting things get before me. And when you let things get before God, when you start doing things more than touch your neighbor, say, don't even touch it, just look at him and say, we got to put it in order. You say, boy, that was a powerful worship today, though. This is for the ones that really don't understand. And if you do understand, this is for you too, to keep it in order. Come on. Because it's so easy, even when you got it in order, to still get out of order. Come on, give God. It's so easy. So he tells him, he said, you have done good. You was worshiping me. You was loving me. You was putting me first. You was doing everything right. What happened? What happened? He said, the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, these men have set up their what? No, around the building, where he says. In their what? No, they built an idol down the road. Leaders. Christian. No, they went and stood one up outside their house. Woo! No, it really was at the job. Oh, somebody shout, in their what? Heart. In their heart. Not in the natural heart that pumps blood and oxygen. In this heart. Woo! That's why Paul said, be transformed by the what? Renewing of your mind. I got to continue daily is get things out of my mind so I can see clearly of what God is trying to say to me. What am I doing too much of than I am for him? Oh my goodness. Remember, I'm going to be judged on every idle word that I speak. How I speak to the leader, I'm going to be judged on it. How I treat each other, I'm going to be judged on it. Oh my God. Somebody get that scripture too on your works. Get the one in Revelation. I'm going to be judged on it. Where I go, I'm going to be judged on it. You say, well, that's too many rules. That's too harsh. When God began to allow Nebuchadnezzar, he told Nebuchadnezzar, you're my servant. they got wrong, God used Nebuchadnezzar to put Israel in captivity, to bring them back to reality, to let them know who is your provider, who is your keeper, who are you supposed to serve, who are you supposed to give your praises to, who are you supposed to honor, where's your sacrifices? He put them in captivity. That was then. Look at your neighbor and say, that was then. God not putting Israel in captivity no more. Look at your neighbor and say, you are Israel. He's not putting us in captivity no more in jail. What he's doing, your captivity will be your own sins that's keeping you from God. And he's warning you until the last end and the judgment comes, your sacrifice now of your lifestyle for him. Your sacrifice. Repeat it for me. Your sacrifice.
Your sacrifice.
Oh my God. Now. Of your lifestyle. For him. Will determine where he's going to put you. Goats to the left, sheep to the right. Goats to the left, book, book, book. Sheep to the right. Bah. How do a goat sound? Billy goat, Billy goat, Billy goat. Sheep. Bah. Is that all right? Them goats to the left, they're always bucking. Bucket of everything God says, because truth hurts. But you know what? In the midst of the pain, if you apply the truth, you'll grow. You can't grow without pain. How many understand that? You cannot grow without pain. If I continue to get all blessings and God never chastises me, the blessings I will just not appreciate. But in order for me to grow in my faith, in order for me to grow and hold on to God's word and apply it and live by it and be convinced in it, persuaded, Tyrell, be persuaded, Nikki, be persuaded. There's things I will experience that will challenge my obedience to God. There was things that I will experience, like Dawn today, to challenge that obedience. Don't go to church. You say, I'm going to make it. Some of them, some might get to church late, but you know what? Touch your neighbor and say, we made it.
We made it.
Come on, you got the victory. Come on, give God hallelujah. Hallelujah. So he said, idol in our hearts, in my heart. It's not down the street. It's not in the corner. It's not something that you built. It's something that you begin to cherish. How many understand that? I want to talk a little slow there, just a few more minutes. Cherish. God said they're cherishing. You know who they are. I don't have to call your name. Cherishing things in my heart. More than I do for God. I got to look and weigh the scale in my life. What are you doing more than you're doing for God? Don't look at your brother. Don't look at your sister. Don't look at nobody else, what they're doing and what they're not doing. God is talking to you. Oh, is that all right? What idol that I am cherishing, because that's what an idol is. Something that you cherish. Something that you give to. What are you giving to that thing? What is your job? More than God? What is your children? More than God? What is... cheerleading came to mind. More than God. Whether it's Facebook, more than God. Whether it's taking care of somebody else, more than God. Whether it's just making sure I get my grades right, more than God. He says this. What he says? And put the what? He says, so the Son of Man, third verse, these men have set up idols, their idols in their heart, and put the stumbling block of their what? So it becomes what? A stumbling block. Something that calls you to what? Stumble. Fall. Touch your neighbor and say fall. Wow. And you don't even know you fall. Woo! Ain't that something? Most times when you stumble, it's really hard. You be like, when you stumble. I mean, it jumps you. It gets your attention to make it feel like, man, what was that? And then what a stumbling block does, I'm going to tell you what it does. It makes you what? Turn around and look at, what was that I stumbled on? What was that? Was that a brick? Was that a rock? How many stumbling don't take a look at what made you stumble? Oh, you stumbled and don't take a look at what you stumbled. You just keep walking. Oh, Lord, help him, Jesus. And then in order to figure out, in order to understand, in order to correct things, I got to look back and find out, what was that? What was that on that floor that made me stumble? What was that made me trip? What was that? So I can understand why I'm still here. Why I'm still in a place of void. Why I am not growing. Why I'm not where God wants me to be. Why are these people getting and I'm not? What's going on? God said because of the idol. Oh, look at your name and say, get rid of the idols. You say, well, how dare you say that? No, it ain't me. It's how dare God say it. Come on, is that all right? That means God sees your heart. I ain't got to see it. Come on, give God a hallelujah. I don't have to see your heart. God, when God sees it, that becomes a problem. Now, if I see it, I can't put judgment on you. But when God sees it, that means, oh, my health might come down. God might start blowing on my house. God might start blowing on my house, on my car payment. He might start taking away stuff. So I can see what caused me to stumble. Since Sean said he didn't see what caused it to stumble, then God said, I'm going to have to help you. Oh my God, come on. That's right, I would clap, I would be glad you clap, come on. Yeah, I'd be like, for real? God would do that to me? Yeah, because that's how much he loves you. He says, I exhaust every effort for you not to what? Perish. And sometimes we're perishing just going. And you don't know it. So God said, look here. I need for you to examine some things. But look at here. He says this. Go ahead. Read for me, Jazz. A stumbling block of their iniquity, the third verse. Before their what? Face. Should I be required of at all. By what? By them. Go ahead.
Therefore speak unto them and say unto them, thus saith the Lord
God. The Lord says, speak unto them. Look at yourself. Look at your neighbor and say, God is speaking to us. This ain't pastor. This is God. I don't give motivational speeches. Neither do I prepare sermons. I study to show myself approved. Rightly dividing the word of God. But I don't prepare sermons to get up here to give to you. God does that. I can say one thing, and I was looking for, since it was such a hot, God was moving. I was getting ready to say, oh man, God, you done moved. I might want to just do a shouting message right quick. God said, oh no, you're not. This is where I want you to go. Huh? Yeah, this is where I want you to go. I study the word because I'm a theologian. I love studying history. I love studying facts. I love to bring forth an understanding of God's word. So it is factual, it's not my opinion. But when I get up here and God changes my sermon, look at your neighbor and say, it's God. Then you are the one that God will have to intend with when it's all over. Look at your neighbor and say, not me, not me, not pastor. You can get mad at me if you want to. So he says this, therefore speak unto them and say unto them, thus saith the Lord God, every man of the house of Israel that sitteth up his house or his idols in his what? Heart. And putteth the stumbling block of his what? Iniquity before his what? And cometh to the what? Right. I, the Lord, will answer him that cometh according to the what? Multitude of his idols. So even though they come to me, or you come up and you come to tithe, I won't pray. But yet your idols are still there. God said then, I'll take care of you. You come up to the altar, yet the idols are still there. You still forget. Don't forget the word that comes across this pulpit. Don't forget the word that comes out of the mouth. Anybody else can have series. Anybody else? I mean, those are sermons that's good, but made up. But when God begins to speak of a person that he gives the message to, touch your neighbor and say, when God is speaking, take notice. Is that all right? Listen. Keep your ears open because it's God. Don't only open your ears to what you want to hear, because that's where deception comes in, the enemy comes in. Because you're choosing. And God said, this ain't a time for choosing. This is the time to take every word from his mouth and apply it to your life and run for your life. Is that all right? Come on. Having a good marriage is good. Having an education is good. Having goals is good. But baby, without Jesus Christ and you die, you are going to hell, not heaven. Come on, is that all right? You need God. It ain't hard to live a Christian life. It ain't hard to live holy. You just got to want to live right. You got to be finished. Is that all right? So how can I get these idols under control? How can I stop depending on other things? How can I stop cherishing other things other than I cherish God? Because that's where perfection comes in. That's where, where our true love comes in. That God, give me more love. That I put everything in order in my house. Not my wife's house. Not my daughter's house. Not my brother's house. But my house. Come on. If husband don't want to work on it, work on your house. Come on. Build your house on a solid foundation. Is that all right? You know. He says, read on. I'm trying to get Jasmine to read for me. You didn't call up the 5th verse? We're almost finished.
That I may take the house of Israel in their own heart.
Come on, I may take the house of Israel in their own heart.
Because they are all estranged from me through their idols.
They're all estranged from me through their idols. That's why you come. It's strange. If God is touching me, if I'm going to get before the presence of God, I got to lose all sight. I got to get rid of stuff. I got to repent. I got to repent of my wrong. Look at your legs and say, get rid of idols. I got to stop putting things before God. Get rid of idols. Come on. I got to acknowledge what I'm putting before God. Get rid of those idols. Because all those idols are doing is messing up your finance. Messing up your health. Come on. Messing up your reception between God and what is God and what ain't God. Messing up you hearing him. Messing up things. And I want to give an idol of just 1 hour to you, like you said for Peter to do. 1 hour of prayer. 1 hour of just studying your word. 30 minutes of studying your word. Coming to your service. Getting my attention off of everybody else. And saying, God, what are you saying to me? I don't want to listen for nobody else. I want to listen for me. Because it's my soul that is at stake. Come on, give God a hallelujah. Hallelujah. Read on right quick. We almost finished.
Therefore say unto the house of Israel.
Say unto the house of Israel. Touch your name and say, you are Israel.
You are Israel.
You are Israel. Come on. We know there's natural Israel over there, but the natural Israel is not God. People anymore. Come on. They the one that put Jesus on the what? Come on. The Jews, he said, you're the one that killed him. They the one that told Peter, don't even preach in his name. They the one that put Peter and Silas and Paul in jail. So he said, I have engrafted you to be Israel. Woo. I have engrafted you to be my chosen people. I have adopted you by my blood in my Holy Spirit. I have put it in you, the promise. So you inherit everything that I have belongs to you. Somebody shout, belongs to me. Belongs to me. Not with your idols. I got to get things in order. Somebody shout, get it in order. Get it in order. God don't want idols. He wants you to recognize when you stumble. He don't want you to be carried away by everything else, and then you don't recognize, are you really pleasing God? Who care about pleasing God? I care. I care about pleasing Him. Because if God ain't pleased with me, then there's a problem that's going to arise. And if it arises, that means I'm not going to like the problem. Is that all right? But there won't be no quick fix over the problem. Is that all right, Kimmy? It won't be no quick fix over the problem. It won't be time to lay your hands on me and give me a prophecy. It won't be, Pastor, could you know what, come and anoint the house. There ain't no quick fix. There'll be only one fix, and that's repentance. And the consequences that come behind it for me to live according to what God says. Woo! Come on, give God a hallelujah. Hallelujah. But look at this. As you get home, I want you to read the rest of this. Go to the 12th verse. I want you to go to the 12th verse. So he tells Judah and Jerusalem, Israel. Oh, that's who they become. Two sticks joined together. Jerusalem is the capital. David seized it. But they still just don't do right. They still allow every little thing come in their minds to take them away. But they do this, Brother Light don't do that. Or they do this over here and this over here. You know what? They got more of this, but idols. Careful. Family can so easily pull us if they're not who they should be, if they're not Christians. So why you said that? Because God wanted me to say that to somebody. I don't know who right now. If they're not Christian, easily pull you away. And he says, stand in the liberty from which I made you what? Stand there. I made you free. Don't go back again in the yoke of what? Bondage. I made you free. What do you find in bondage? Pain. What do you find in bondage? Unhappiness. What do you find in bondage? Frustration. So he said, don't return back there. Stay free. Whatever choice that God has called you to make, stay free. Look at your name and say, stay free. Stay free. We get ready to go after this. We're going to get ready to stand. He says what?
The word of the Lord came again to me saying,
God came again to me saying about the judgment on Jerusalem. God says, yes, I'm judging you right now, some of you. Hear me. Because I want to get you in a place. What's getting ready to happen in the United States, what's getting ready to happen over in Israel, what's getting ready to happen all over this world. Christians, you got to be prepared. Those that say they're Christian. God said, I'm going to use the wicked for calamity. God said, don't even worry about the wicked. The wicked going to be used for calamity. They're already going to be desolate. But as for my people, he says, now we get to a place of not just Israel, and here it is, the UN don't agree with Israel for years and years, and now even with the United States going with announcing it through our president, he said it ain't the president, it's me that's moving through Trump. I'm the one that's over it all. But he said that's not all. He said it's getting ready for the two-state solution. From the two-state solution, all they have to do now is get ready to say, Saudi Arabia, get your temples off my land. And war begin, chaos begin, and it comes here. A cashless nation is already in progress. And we just think Bitcoin, oh, that's so cool. Wireless money, that's so cool. It is, isn't it? But you don't understand, it's a part of prophecy coming to pass. Almost to the end. So he says this. After a while, when it gets to a place like Sodom and Gomorrah, you have abortion, you have churches, you have beliefs that, okay, God accepts anything, you don't have to worry about. Somebody said, well, they told me to praise God, and I didn't want to. Who are they to tell us to praise God? Are you serious? You got upset because the man of God said for you to praise God? And you said, who are they to say? And you supposed to be an evangelist? you got to say. What is our nation's coming to? Where you don't want to give God praise for what He done. Where somebody have to cheerlead you on. Is that all right? But we should already give Him what is due to Him. And come on, give God hallelujah. He said, what is a boring message? It's supposed to be because God is speaking. He says what?
Son of man, when the land sinneth against me.
When the land sinneth against me. Continuous. America is continually sinning against God. In the churches, we're not helping none either. Come on. Because we're not lining up with truth like we should. But when America and this nation continues, the land sinneth against God. And then our land, which, look at your neighbor and say, us. Woo! See, we're not supposed to, as being Christian, we don't supposed to sin. But when we allow idols in our life, and we start worshiping and giving more credit to other things other than God, somebody shout, you're sinning. You're sinning. When the land sinneth against God, what happened?
By trespassing grievously, then will I stretch out mine hand upon it.
Come
and
on.
will break the staff of the bread.
He said, then will I what?
Oh, Lord.
I'm scared again. What? What do you say?
Then will I stretch out my hand upon it.
Then will I stretch out my hand what? Upon it.
Yes.
Come on, God said, this is me. This ain't the devil. I'm going to stretch out my hand against the land that's sinning, which is America. Thank God for Trump revising a lot of laws that should not even came to pass because of the fact they want to abort babies at the time when you're at conception. Something's wrong with that picture. That's pure murder. Come on. It's pure murder when it's conceived anyway. Is that all right? Even when it's an embryo in the womb. But all of these things, allowing so many to have their false gods to worship on the land which God has what? Established. Changing laws. Like the Bible said, we'll change laws and change times. And that's what they're doing. Changing laws and changing times. Even the president of Turkey, he's no longer with the old covenant of how they announced their presidency. He done changed that. Changing laws, changing culture. God said, understand this is me. My hand will go against. But are you prepared? People of God. And if I'm preaching this, I know somebody else is. Are you prepared? Or are you just looking around and not even noticing? Are you just thinking your life is okay? If you know your life, I don't care how much of a prayer warrior you say you are. But if your idols are taking over your prayer, if your idols are taking over your time with God, if your idols are in the face of God because you're giving more credit to everything else than God, you have to say, Lord, help me. God said, I'm calling repentance. Come on. He says this, my hand is going against the land.
And will break the staff of bread thereof.
He said, I will break the staff of bread. I will break the staff of bread. You know, he said, I will bring famine. It wasn't only the cow will have mad disease. The pork will have it too. The fish will have it too. Come on, how many breakdowns have we had? Not only that we got diseases, they got diseases they still trying to give names to.
Yes.
Isn't that something? First, some time ago was alphalgia came on the scene. I said, and then you have people talking about, I got alphalgia. They never heard of the name. Hey, just came on TV. They invented the name. And it's like, I got alphalgia. Idols. And you're a Christian. Can I make up a name? I got all these other diseases, and they still making up names for them, because they don't even know what it is. God said, I will cause famine because of the land that's sinning. Things coming on the face of this earth. And we just acting like, oh, it's all good. Okay, God got it. But you you ain't giving God what is due, then you're not getting rid of your idols. God said you got to get rid of your idols. Because I got to have some people that's not only protecting you, but you are protecting them too. Come on. And there's a union in the body of Christ that when we fight to stand. Because if you're not standing with us, you're already divided. That's right. Come on, give God praise. When you're divided, there is no fight. Come here. Come baby. There is no fight when you're divided. Because when you're divided, there's nothing to hold on to. You ain't got nothing to hold on to. So the fight is worthless. Because I'm standing away from you. But when the body of Christ is together and we're holding on to each other, and the love of God is in us for each other, then no matter how somebody, come here, John, no matter how somebody tries to pull you apart from where God places you, or where the love of God is, or try to get you, your relationship away from it, no matter what, we're fighting for it. We're fighting to stay together. And that's what somebody touch on that. I gotta fight to stay in union. I gotta fight to keep my relationship with God. I gotta fight and then to keep the peace of God. I gotta fight so God can show His love toward me. I gotta fight so I can stay and then praise God where God wants me to be. Touch your neighbor and say, you gotta fight. Get rid of the idols. Get rid of those things that you cherish so much. And you saying that, you know what, I just want a relationship with God. I just want to get closer to God. But when you get away from the church, everything got your mind except for God. Everything got your attention except for God. Come on. Amen. You believe more of the doctors. You believe more of everything else except for you believe in God. Is that all right? Woo! Touch your lips and fight. But he says this, and we get ready to close. I keep saying it. God said, go down. Keep on, go right quick. The 14th verse, I want you to keep it.
Though these three men, Noah, Daniel, and Job.
Look here. He said, though these three men, Noah, God told him, said, look here. Don't worry about preaching to the people to repent or anything. Because I'm going to destroy because of the wickedness of man. He destroyed it with the flood. Come on. He destroyed it. Got rid of it. He said, though these three men, Daniel, stand in the gap for the people and begin to intercede for the people when they sinned against God. Job, he began to get before God because he didn't understand what was going on. But his friends thought they was interceding, and his friends thought that they got the answer that Job had said, but God had to let them know. Look, Job got to pray for you because you don't understand what I was doing with Job.
That's right.
Come on, he was an upright man. So instead, he said, in order for us to survive, in order for us to get into that place where God will continue to keep His hands on us, not only just blessing us with things, blessing us with what we like and what we need, but what needs to happen is He needs to stir our hearts up. That when I leave home, that God, I will make a sanctuary in my bedroom. Come on, I will make a sanctuary in my closet. Come on, and I will make time with you. Stir me up so I can make time with you and get away from those things that I love. I don't need no idols in my life. How many need idols in your life? I don't need no other idols in my life. I don't need something that's going to continue to cause me to stumble and then I don't know what it is, but I want to recognize what it is. I want to acknowledge what it is. And then I want to get it out of my life. Because I don't want to be in the same place next year. I don't want to be in the same place in the next hour. So he said, the hand is going to be against, and this is a prophecy that's getting ready to come to pass. It's already came to pass in this one. But it's getting ready to come again. Look at your name and say, it's getting ready to come again. America is not where you think it is. Uh-oh. This society is not where you think it is. Israel, even though they got the acknowledgement and they could build their settlement properties again, and they never stopped anyway. This is not the last, because the two-state solution got to come. Cashless society got to come. And then the building of that temple for the coming of their Messiah, ensuring the coming of Jesus. Because God don't need no building made with hands. Come on, is that all right? So God said, look here, I need for you all to get in position to start praying, because there's some things that's getting ready to happen on this earth, and we got to get prepared for it. Come on, give God a hallelujah. How many want to get prepared? Some of us is already. But the thing about it is, while we wait, you got to stay prepared. It ain't getting is the problem. It's the stand. Is that all right? It ain't the getting. It's the stand. Stay away from idols. Work on your idols. Get rid of those idols. And what happened? The Bible says, though these three men, what?
Were in it, they should deliver but their own souls by their righteousness.
Come on, they shall deliver what? But their own souls. So what God has us doing now is that because of where you are, because of Elaine's prayer, you're covered. Your mama's prayer, you're covered. But after a while, you won't be covered by it. And that's the word. Though these three men, Daniel and Job, were in it, they was in chaos. They was in a time of judgment. They was in a time when God began to take his people and put them in captivity in their own right. They should deliver but their own what? Souls. No more intercessory. No one said, well, God is praying for me. God said, it's on you. You pray for yourself. You touch me. I'm waiting on you to touch me. I'm waiting on you to get rid of you. I'm waiting on you to make up your mind what you're going to do. I'm waiting on you to do more for me. Because when you don't do anything for Christ, you say, well, I feed the hungry, but what you doing for your ministry? I send money over to Africa. What are you doing for your ministry? This is where you get fed. Is that too harsh, y'all? God don't mind. He don't mind. He give it to you. We're in it. They should deliver but their own souls by their what? By doing what's right. By doing what's right. God said, you're going to come before me. Let us stand. You'll come before me. And I'm going to look at your works. And God said, I'm even looking at your works now. Don't think you're exempt because you feel like, okay, well, I work 8 hours a day, 20 hours a day. But God said, I'm trying to do something in you. You're giving more time to your jobs. But I feed you here. I save you here. I broke the bands of captivity here. Here you were set free. Here I bless your family. Here I save you. Here is where I establish you. And right here is where I want you to work. What is your idols? God says. This is a shouting message. I might not be shouting, but I'm sure shouting. Because see, God don't even talk to just you all. He talks to me too. Jennifer, where's your idols? Oh, you said apostle? Of course. Because I keep myself clean. I try to keep myself clean. God, every word that comes, it don't come just to you, it comes to me. He keeps me in check. Because I want to be in check. I don't choose the word that comes. Because it's a shout word. Oh my God. It's God. That's God. Because he make me shout. No, it's God when he don't make me shout. Come on. Is that all right, please? It's God speaking. But he can cause me to listen. And I don't want to listen because of true purpose. It's God speaking. But he can get to the marrow of my bones and cause me to ache. Because I know I got to give this up. Just like that coffee. And Dunkin' Donuts, I had to give it up. Even though I had to turn around 3 times. Said, no, Jennifer. That Dunkin' Donuts But that's what I had to do. I had to turn around 3 times because I was fighting with my idol. Uh-oh. Yeah, the idol was my coffee. Said, well, how did that stop you from praying to me? Because I was on my way to the church. Well, how is it your idol? Because you know what? It was messing with my temple. What temple? My physical body. And God said, how in the world that I'm supposed to use you if you allow this to affect you? But you want me to heal you. But you know this is your stumbling block. Have you not noticed that this is your stumbling block? And I'm trying to help you to stay away from it? Coffee. That was my idol. So I had to tell my idol, you will not have more control over me than I do over you. I got to get rid of you. It was hard, but it was doable. Come on, give God a hallelujah. Yeah. So we're not building idols out of wood, out of metal. But what we're doing, we're taking those things that we cherish the most and we put it before God. And God said it's time out. Let's get things in order. Let's get your life where it needs to be. Let's get you prospering. Let's get you not prospering for a day, prospering for the rest of your life. Let's get you happy. Let's get you unfrustrated. Even though that you still gonna have to work out some stuff, because the stumble block is there, that don't mean for you to move it. Always. You know what it meant for you to do? To make sure you don't stumble over again. Come on, is that all right? Yeah, you right there, so make sure Dunkin' Donut ain't moving. I still got the cup at my house. But I don't go there. Come on, give God a hallelujah. So, that means I got to, even though the consequence was there, I had to continue to stay away so that my body could heal. So God said, I'm not, my hand, Jennifer, is right here. But I'm not going to touch you until you obey me. Obey me, the obedience. Repent. Oh God, forgive me that I turned around 3 times. And in that addiction, now let me know. You ain't got to be addicted. Just say no and keep saying no. Come on, I'm your help. Fast on it. I'm going to fast and say, God, I need you to take this craving from me. Take this addiction from me. In the name of Jesus. And when I believed it, I stood on it. My body got, I cherished it. It was almost becoming like, man, I'm supposed to fast on Tuesday. What? COVID. God said, you already seen it. I see it in your heart, Jennifer. So if I see it in your heart, why are you going to fast? I'm still going to do it. I'm still going to fast. But it's in your heart. So whatever in your heart, when they say you're not going to do it, I said, not me. I'm still going to do it. I'm fighting with your heart. Jennifer's in your heart. I want you where they're going to be in your heart. When you know you're going to come before me, don't let it be in your heart. I don't want to be in your thought process. I just want to be, I'm going to give you my day to the Lord today. I'm going to give God praise. Come on, child, this is my day to the Lord today. I want every last one of you come. Come. If you got one that's right, move. Come on, let's move it. The Lord said every last one of you. Every last one. A lot of people don't like to get out on their own and say, oh, somebody might come out.